Okay, here's a comparison of the old part versus the new part. The old part or bolt is essentially equivalent to a 5/16 bolt. We've moved up to a nice smooth half-inch shoulder bolt, and what we had before was a outer tube that went over top of that bolt, or that bolt went through, and then the steel sleeve was just tearing and pulling at the rubber bushing from the inside. Because of the type of rubber that it was, you couldn't put any grease or anti-seize or anything like that on it. It'd break the product down, and then it'd fall out even quicker, or wear out quicker. So now we have something nice and smooth for our bushing to ride on, and there's going to be grease in there as well. Okay, the next thing we're going to tackle is we've got to drill some holes. The old 5/16 hole right here, right there, we're going to drill out to 1/2 inch, and just on the front side. On the back side, we're going to be at 3/8, where the end of the shoulder bolt will go through. So on each one of your clevises, not your shock hole where the control arm goes, we're going to drill these out. And then on the center carrier over here, we're going to drill out the old 5/16 hole there to a 1/2 inch, and the rear one back there to a 3/8. So regular bit will catch the front side of this frame here, but you need a little bit longer bit to reach way back there, which we have. So it's going to make it a little bit easier for us. Okay, just took a few minutes. There's our, got the thing in it there. There's our 1/2 inch hole, and there's our 3/8 hole. And before you get up there with your control arm trying to get it in there, test fit your bolts first. Make sure they're going to fit. The beauty to the not carriage bolt, shoulder bolt, is that it's going to, when you put the nut on the back and you tighten it down, it's going to lock it in place, so it's pretty much like a shaft at that point. So the bushing will ride around the outside circumference of the bolt instead of tearing at it. So we've got all our holes cut or drilled, and we're ready to start putting the control arm back in. Might go ahead and slide it in there. Slide it in. Oh, the bushing's in?
Yeah.
Hey, you might you might want to put the bushings in. And here we are. They just pop right in. There's no fuss, no muss, no fighting with them. You slide them in. You may have to tap them in a little bit, but that's okay. No press required or anything like that to put this together. All right. Now we're ready to put it in there. Okay, we've slid in the long bolt, the upper control arm bolt, and on the very back there, we're going to put our 3/8 nylock nut. And now we're going to put on the lower control arm to the clevis with the short shoulder bolt. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Mallet. There you go. Tap it in. Don't hit my camcorder. Okay. And another 3/8 16 nylock on the back. Okay. And now go ahead and pull the shock down, and we'll put the bolt that was in there back in it. Do you a little bit? That's the hardest one to put in. Okay, so now we're ready to tighten down everything on the passenger side, and we'll move over to the driver's side. Okay, upper control arm's in place. We're going to go ahead and squirt some grease in here, and really what we want to see is it come out the end down there where the bushing is. So we get some terrible lighting here. There we go. Oh, no, is that the right one? Yeah. Keep pumping it until you see it come out on the ends. It's going to take quite a bit on that upper one because there's a fairly large cavity in between the bushings. The outside one's going to fill up real quick. Is that thing not grabbing? And put the whole tube on the control arm. Where's that grease coming out at?
Not seeing it come out.
It is. It's all around the thing right there.
Yeah, but it's doing that at the very beginning.
Okay, so that's the end of the show. Everything's in place. It's nice and tight. It's greasable. It's long lasting. It will hold an alignment when you align a thing. I don't know about most of these guys out there, but we particularly care about our alignments and our center steering. That right there is a $140 retail tire. We have them up to $160 for a DOT street legal tire. My customers don't want to see them wore out in a year, neither do I. Nobody wants to face that when they come back to you later. So the rest of this is put back together pretty straightforward. Anybody who's been into it, it's just nuts and bolts. You know how it goes. Once you get it set back down, go ahead and do your toe in and your center steering, and you'll have a very happy customer. You make a little extra money on the side doing it. All right. Thanks for watching.